Tonight I'm actually really excited because tonight I finally get to meet this applicant, and she's our first client. At this point, all I know is that she's an applicant. She's heard me on the radio show. She's apparently a fan. I don't know much about her, but I'm looking forward to it.
So how you feeling about tonight, KJ? Nervous a little bit?
A lot of people don't understand this, but even 20 years into the business, even in my office, somebody comes in for a reading and my first thought is, oh no, what if I can't read them? So this is kind of up to the measures a little bit for me if I'm sitting in the back seat going, oh no, what if I can't read them? But I don't know that nervous is the right word.
Well, I've had the chance to talk to this lady before tonight, and she needs your help.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here. I'm good.
Me too. Are you ready to change your life?
That's what I need.
Good. Let's go. First things first, your world's been quite the roller coaster, huh?
Yes.
First thing coming up is I have this gentleman that is giving a really difficult time in he's got a very difficult time in his communications. So that tells me that when he was dying, he had a difficult time talking. Is that your dad? Okay. So just so that you understand, he's with me through this process.
It's funny you say that because he was hospital 4 weeks, hospice 10 days.
Yes.
We were there 15 to 24 hours a day. I mean, we lived there. The one night, and this is horrible, I could not take my sister anymore. She had stayed away for all but probably 5 or 6 days before in the end. And I would always go, my dad always got up very early, so I was always there in his room between 4 and 5:36 a.m. and I'd bring him a coffee and we'd talk and I'd take him out for a cigarette. So anyway, that last night, I'd had a dream. Well, I didn't think it was a dream. It was so real. And it was my dad and I went into his room and he kept saying, you need to come now. And I'm like, well, Dad, no, it's not, I'm gonna come later. Karen's there, you'll be okay. And he said, look at me in the mirror. And he was standing behind me, and he said, look at my face. It's not much longer. About 5:30 in the morning, we got a call that he'd slipped into the coma. So when we got there, he could just moan.
Guilty.
I do, I feel horrible. So.
Okay. Logically knowing that he's going to a better place and he's getting to say goodbye, who do you think he was trying to give the message to? Do you really think it was because he needed you there for him to slip into a coma? Or do you think it was because you needed to be able to say goodbye to him? He discussed the breathing because he wanted you to understand who he was. So he showed me the difficulty in communicating so that I would understand his breakdown as he was dying.
How could somebody know that unless they have the special gift that Carlin has?
He keeps telling me over and over and over again that he's sorry. Does it make any sense to you that he feels like he owes you an apology too?
A little bit.
A lot of people don't understand that once you've passed on, they think everything's just better and you get everything. And eventually you do, but they also go through what they didn't think they'd do right or what they did think they did right. And your dad feels like work played a really big focus for him.
There was so much time that we missed out on with him because he was working. He was working to give us everything that he didn't have.
He has a great deal of anger at this particular moment, and none of the anger has to do with you. He's extremely angry with your husband. So that tells me that there's been a lot of emotional abuse. Is that correct? I have massive relationship breakdown, and at this stage of the game, from what I'm getting, you don't want your marriage anymore.
No.
Okay, so he's already left the house.
Yes.
Okay. I would love to tell you that it's done, but I don't actually believe that it is.
And what about my nephews, Cody and Kyle? Are they gonna be okay?
Which one's the one that's got the drugs?
They both do. Yeah.
I want to tell you that I'm picking up on Cody first. Cody seems to have a lot of anger. Doesn't really give a crap what anyone has to say right now. Doesn't want to listen to anyone. Do you guys know anything about him dealing yet?
He's been dealing for 1.5 years. And that's why he is no longer one of the reasons he's no longer in my house. You don't walk around saying, look, I have my sister's kids and they're both drug addicts and they both deal and they've been in trouble with the police and, one's bipolar and the other has other mental health issues. You don't walk around telling people that.
He'll be back by November, and this time he will actually get it together. So I need you on track so that when he gets here, you can help him and you will be ready to bring him back. I know you don't feel like you are now, but you will be. The goal that I have with Tara is that we're gonna teach her how to turn her life around. If you're turning her life around, everything's gonna get easier. So my goal is to bring her down to one job, have some money in the bank, be able to travel, enjoy, and have a new relationship. Can you trust me enough to give this a try?
Yes, I can.
Okay, here's what you have to understand, Miss Control. I'm going to be in control of this scenario, okay? Your soul family is going to give me the opportunity to kick your butt at all costs. So you have to do what I tell you to do. It's not actually because I'm a control freak. It's because your soul family requires it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna do this with me?
Yes, I am.
You ready to start the journey?
I am.
I'm gonna kick your butt a lot.
It needs to be kicked a lot.
Come here. Come here. You can call what I do being psychic. I'm gonna show you things you may or may not wanna see. And once you've seen them, you can't avoid them anymore.